downtown Tampa as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. About ready to get this one started. Ka'imi Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Tampa. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud begins with a pass. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Stroud quickly out to Collins. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Barkley's got the 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Barkley. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Slot man in motion right. One more time, they try Barkley. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. It is brought in the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. His 12th touchdown of the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. Crazy. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
On 1st down, right back to White. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. And another 1st down, and another big gainer. This time, 23 yards. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got his man complete to Dell. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's White. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Quick throw, taken in. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa The kick is good. And the Buccaneers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka maneuvering in there to bring his man down. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On the give, it's White. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. And And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll air one out for Palmer. That's caught! And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
They certainly wasted no time trying to take advantage of that great field position, and I love it. So often we see teams either in sudden change or when they have a shorter field to go, they want to strike early. There is such a correlation in the NFL, Mike, between explosive plays and your ability to end drives with points.
On the ground, it's White. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle. Second down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On play action. Stroud gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Now, Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Grupe's kick is good. And the Texans will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They'll come up here. First and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Christian Harris there on the stop. Second and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The tight end going in motion to the left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Stroud to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Hit he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The drive begins with a run by White. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Here's second and 9. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
He pulls it in around the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Bucs are out to a 21-10 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Stroud. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Yeah. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They'll go. It's Stroud. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Dell motioning over. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Throwing now on third and long. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 92 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Buccaneers will extend this third quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A second down throw for Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
So we are through 3. Well, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, this is Barkley. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, Stroud. by Saquon. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Texans. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Texans are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Texans have it.
Every team in the league, they work on scoop and score, and they got the scoop part right. I'll tell you what, he had a lot of lead blockers out in front of him. They were trying to get their buddy into the end zone for 6, but he's going to come up just short. But his offense now trots on the field on the doorstep of the goal line in prime position to come away with 6.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line. And not only did they come up with a big 3rd down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up 4th down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will score. Game on. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Now Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. That That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Going to return this from the 10. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They run with White. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll find his running back, White. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Houston.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. To throw, it's Stroud. Oh my goodness, they were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Mustafa. And the Buccaneers are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
On 1st down, it's White. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
On 1st down, right back to White. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll go again with White. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Third and 9. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.